Hey, Sussex Squad. You guys, it's time to pop the champagne. It's time to pop the champagne, you guys. So I just woke up, my usual, and not even out of bed yet, but have my laptop and just looking at everything. And I discovered that overnight, or wherever I was, Harry indeed settled that lawsuit against Murdoch, Prince Harry and a senior British lawmaker um, agreed to settle with Murdoch's British publishing arm. I'm reading off NPR here, fulfilling their quest for a full fledged apology in the years long struggle to hold the Murdoch tabloids here accountable for illegal privacy invasions and an illegal cover up of crimes. You guys, can you believe the apology part, even, right? So, people are basically saying that that not only is Harry fully vindicated, but so is his mother, Princess Diana. Murdoch's British newspaper wing News UK offered a full and unequivocal apology to Harry for what it admitted were unlawful intrusions on his privacy from 1996 to 2011, and it put a strain on his family, you guys.
Make you nervous, a tragedy. I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way.
It put a strain on his family, and it says here, and even for its actions towards his mother, the late Princess Diana. My goodness, even Diana is having some champagne in her grave, you guys. It goes on to say here, NPR, that it acknowledged phone hacking. Um, It acknowledged phone hacking, surveillance, and misuse of private information by journalists and private investigators instructed by them at the News of the World. It further admitted, quote, incidents of unlawful activities carried out by private investigators working for the Sun, end quote. Does the Sun have any credibility left at this point? Even why is that even like a paper? Like, why is that even considered a news source? Honestly, they are horrible. Oh my goodness. NPR goes on to say, after endless resistance, denials, and legal battles to prevent the full picture from coming out, News UK is finally held to account for its illegal actions and its blatant disregard for the law. David Sherborne, the lead attorney for Prince Harry, and former member of Parliament Tom Watson, said outside the courthouse shortly after the settlement was announced. Wednesday's statement, says NPR, is the first admission by Murdoch's corporate empire of wrongdoing by The Sun, which expanded to 7 days when he closed the News of the World at the height of the phone hacking scandal in July 2011, which expanded to 7 days. Okay, I'm not even sure what that even means. But you guys, I mean, it's insane. It's insane. NPR continues. News UK chief executive Rebecca Brooks, who had previously run the News of the World and the Sun, resigned that month. A few days later, she testified that the Sun had been uncorrupted by the kind of illegal activity found at the News of the World. She says, I was the editor of the Sun, and I can say absolutely that the Sun is a very clean ship, a great newsroom, really. But Murdoch just admitted to wrongdoing, you liar, right? It says here, she returned to run News UK once more after being acquitted of hacking related criminal charges. News UK's statement today undercuts her statement to Parliament in 2011 about the Sun. Wow. So she apparently lied. Apparently, right? Together, the two British tabloids, which the Australian born Murdoch bought more than half a century ago, served as the economic launch pad for the expansion of a global media empire, including his rise in the US. Wow.
I make you nervous, a tragedy. I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way.
Wow, you guys. Listen, if you're not yet following this YouTube channel, I invite you to right now hit that subscribe button and help us out with this algorithm. You guys, every single subscriber, everyone who shares these videos, everyone who leaves a thumbs up, who leaves a comment, etc., helps this channel to stay alive, help us to continue to support Harry and Meghan. So thank you to everybody who's already subscribed, who's already leaving comments, who's already hitting that notification bell, who's already sharing the videos, etc. And thank you to you if it's your first time hitting that bell, that subscription button right now, okay? So yeah, NPR continues a personal reflection from a member of parliament, and they start talking about Watson, who spoke poignantly as he addressed his former wife, saying he regretted the burden the tabloids' attention had placed on their family life, etc., etc. But yeah, it's definitely time to pop that champagne because Harry won resoundingly. Now it says here neither News UK nor Harry and Watson's legal team responded to NPR's request for comment on the size of the payments by American standards. The sum is not a huge amount for this sort of case. In the UK, it's considered staggering. Um, do we know exactly how much they gave them? A staggering sum for UK, though. Here, the agreement included an eight-figure payment to Harry and Watson, covering damages and their legal fees. According to two people with knowledge of events, they spoke on condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to speak publicly about events. So I don't think we know the exact dollar figure. I mean, I had put it between 40 million and 100 million. So if it's eight figures, it would be like 40 million to say 99 million, um, is where I would put it for Harry alone, and then his co-plaintiff. I mean, maybe somewhere up in that same region, but probably a little bit less. But yeah, it's one heck of a vindication for Harry. And the thing is that he is such a warrior. Like he's a real soldier, he's like a military man. I mean, I think his military training helped him with this because I think other people would have broken a long time ago. They would have ran, they would have settled, and that includes myself, And Harry he just stayed the course. Well, first of all, he didn't need it for the money. He didn't need money. This was not about money. It was about the principle, and it's about his mother and vindicating his mother and getting an apology for his mother. What a son to have. I mean, if you are going to be a mother, you might as well have a son like this, who even after you're dead stands up for your good name, stands up and defends you, stand up and demand an apology for you posthumously. Other sons might just, yeah, she's dead, never mind, or even blame the mother and say, oh, mommy was crazy or whatever. I'm not calling any names, you guys. But I'm saying having a son like Harry must be, a song to the hearts of mothers everywhere, right? Anyway, that's all for this one, you guys. See you in the next one. Take care.
I
Bye.
make you nervous, a tragedy. I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way.